Hello guys, welcome back to Tenacious Trading Group. So today I'm just going to do a quick recap on the 9th of June 25. So obviously I'm on a 1 hour chart right now, and within this 1 hour chart we are clearly bullish. As what did we do? Came down, took out our previous high, had a pullback, took out our previous high. Looks like we've had a pullback, tapped into something, and now potentially we're gonna hopefully we take out this previous higher high, and you can see we tapped into this area here. This was the last movement down, which helped to facilitate this market structure break. Tapped into that nicely, mitigated the 50% of this, how we want to call it, and look, price had a nice reaction of that and then moved back up. So obviously, because that's my 1 hour chart, I can now use this as my bias, and now I can now look for potential longs. So if I go to my 5 minute and I look at what's going on, again, this is 3 o'clock, so this is my trading time. This is a weird one, because I mean, it's not a weird one, it's pretty straightforward in terms of we already had a SBS that played out before 3 o'clock, but it's figuring out how you're going to structure this type of market, because I've realized a lot of people don't actually know where the swing highs and where the swing lows are. Remember guys, don't be afraid to mark them out. Don't be afraid to put, protected low and then weak high, for instance. Like, don't be afraid, you know. But in terms of what price was doing, like if I just zoom out, technically, okay, this is not a valid one. Okay, so we close below this, we close below this, then we close above. See that? So we close above there. You could even say here, doesn't really matter. And then we close above here. This one protected low. We had a validated pullback, close above this. We had a validated pullback, failed to take out this high. We failed to take out these lows. See that? And then look, failed to take out these highs. And then we kind of failed to take out these lows. You see that? I know that does not look like it makes sense, but that makes sense to me. So I'm gonna just do that again, but much more neater. So we was clearly bearish at this point here. So this was my market structure break. So that was my protected high at the time. See that? This is a swing low, but this kind of wicks contained. We don't close above it first, so I can't use this section here. But then look, we have a swing low. This kind of lower than one to the left, one to the right, close above it. So this is my new zone, and now this is now my new protected high. And then swing low, because it's kind of lower than one to the right, to the left, close above it first. We've closed below it. So look, this is my new zone right there. So now this is my protected high, and then can you see how we've closed above it now? So now this is my protected low. See that? And we've had a pullback. So I can say, let me just So we've had a pullback, close above, and then yeah, and then you can even say here as well. We had another one. You can add this as one. It's really up to you, but can you see how my protected lows gone from here to potentially there, or depending, yeah, to potentially there, and then can you see this is a swing high because this candle's higher. Can you see that? This candle's higher than the one to the left and the one to the right. And you see how we've closed below it first before taking out above. So again, look, the new zone. So now this is my protected low. See, we've had a pullback. We haven't failed to take out the high. Failed to close below the lows. Failed to close below the lows. Failed to take out the high. See that? So all of this here is just kind of consolidating because we're failing to take out highs and we're also failing to take out lows. However, this is where the SMA comes in, because the SMA is telling us that price is clearly still bullish. And if you know how to trade this type of price action, then see that price gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then could have entered up to 618, and then bang. But that's not the case right now. Okay, so obviously this is my protected low, and then can you see now okay, cool, let's just say we've candle closed below the low, because we technically did. So now you'll say that this is your protected high, but for me, because we've taken out lows and we've taken out highs, I would say price needs to close below this low, and which it hasn't for me. So I would say that price is now bullish. So obviously all I'll do is just look for bullish order flow or bullish counter flow, and internally anyways this is a zone. But let's just say, I don't want to confuse you guys, because again, like, a lot of you guys are still learning. So let's just say this is my protected high, as we've closed below this previous protected low. Either way, this is the weak high I would like for price to run. This is the protected high I would like for price to respect. So what's this telling me? That price is in a pullback, where price wants to tap into something on the left and then potentially make its way back down. So remember what I said, on the 1 hour, overall price is bullish, because we're making higher highs and higher lows, and we're above the SMA. The minute I go down to my 5 minute, we have a zone. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, price swept, 4, 5. Obviously, if I take out my 5th from this low to the high, price taps to 618 to the T very nicely, and then you see that price shoots back up. If I go to the 1 minute, price is against SMA, so I would have not taken this due to the 1 minute, but on the 5, price matches it quite nicely. I mean, you could always, you could always have a stop like that. and price still delivers a one-to-one, you know. So yeah, but that's before the actual sessions actually played out in terms of me trading at 3 o'clock. Let's see if there's RSI. No, no RSI. And look, price shoots up. See that? Price shoots right up, my guys. And then let's see what's going on. Okay, let me just clear. So we have a new zone, yeah, and we're just looking for the same thing. So this will be my 1, this will be my 2, this will be my 3. Have you swept already? Yep. 4, 5. Okay, so we ain't quite tapped 618 yet, but we have tapped the 50%, so it is valid for me to take this trade if I want to. Technically this is my last movement down. This is my last movement down, which helps to facilitate what? This market structure break. And then for that price play out. And I wouldn't, this gone way past my trading time, but you had 4 there. I mean, you could say you had 5. 5 is here, like the double bottom. Me personally, I probably wouldn't have taken this, only because I'd probably wanted a little bit of a deeper retracement. I mean, if I do go to the 1, let's see what's going on here. So if I go to the 1 minute, I mean, yeah, so if I go to the 1 minute, it is valid. So technically, on the 1 minute, we have a low, we have a higher low, lower low. Can you see how we failed to make a lower low? We made a lower high. And this is where price flipped. See that? So if you want to be aggressive, then I mean technically you could have had a, I mean you could have had a trade with Venia where potentially that could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you take the trade. Because remember, guys, people are gonna have different ways to try getting. People are gonna prefer a specific SPS compared to the other. But as long as you see the sequence, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have the confluences, then if you took that trade without the deeper retracement, that's fine. But you also understand and accept the risk that potentially this could end up being a liquidity. You know, this could end up being a liquidity. Price taps into this and starts making its way back up. You know, we can never predict the markets. We can only react to what it gives us. But again, today there wasn't much going on today. That was the main trade today. I'll say before pre-session. But yeah, guys, I don't want to make this video too long. Always remember, guys, victory belongs to the most tenacious. See you guys very, very soon. Ciao.